Hi, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. A very good afternoon to you. I know there's a few of you gone off Christmas shopping now. I did all mine online. Well, to be fair, I made most of it, but then the bits and bobs that I wanted, I got online. I can't do with sale shops. Drives me mad. I'll tell you why. I know where it comes from. You know, because when we're born, we're not worried about anything, are we? You know, we're not, oh, I don't like sales, or I don't like crowds, or I don't like noise. We just are. But I know what it is. When we're in Blackburn, we used to have a shoe shop called Tommy Bull's, and it was famous, right? And you'd go into this big mill, or what was an old mill, and it was on 3 floors with wooden rickety stairs, and you'd march your way up. And then they had all these like stands like that, like A-frame stands, wooden. And every time they got shoes in, they wouldn't have them in boxes on shelves. They'd punch holes through the back of your shoes and put string through and throw them over these A-frames. It used to drive me insane. I always used to go and get my shoes from there. My mum had made me go and get my shoes from there because they did Clark's, but they did them cheaper than Clark's. And you used to have to untangle all of these shoes to get all this string to get to the pair you wanted. And since then, I'm a bit like that. It's become a bit twitchy. Anyway, completely irrelevant. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We've got an outlet show for you here. I'm just looking at this artwork. This artwork is blinking lovely. And it's got my favourite birdhouse that we've ever done on this show on a deal. So let me introduce you to my team this hour. We've got Amber back on cameras. Hello. There she is. We've got Katie producing. Hello. And everybody else is in Academy. I know. They're all busy. I'm going to go and see them before I go home. Can I put this on charge, please, Katie? Because it's on, I can put it on low power mode, and then I'll say hello to a few of you. I want to know what you're up to. What are you doing for Christmas? Are you staying at home? Are you cooking? Are you going to relatives? What are you doing for Christmas? We usually get the children come round, so Matthew and Sammy and Jack and Alice usually come round on Christmas morning. And my mum, we always used to go out on Christmas Day to my Auntie Val's. And I loved it because I got to play with my cousins because I was an only one. But there was always an element of me going like, I really want to be at home playing with my new presents, right? So kids come round to us Christmas morning. We do bacon sandwiches or sausage sandwiches, and then we feed them, and then we ship them off home. And then it's me and Mick and his brother George that just have Christmas dinner together. It's quite chilled out, and I like that. And I'm actually having some time off over Christmas. I know. I'm actually having some time off. I'm going to take Bo for some nice long walks. So I'm looking forward to that. But I will miss you all. I'll pop up now and again to say hello in the comments. Keep an eye on everybody. Make sure David's behaving himself. Actually, more likely making sure Stephanie's behaving herself. That's probably more to the point. But yes, it will be lovely to hear from you. Let me know what your plans are for Christmas. Right, so live shopping. What's it all about? Well, we've been doing TV shopping for a long time. And Stephanie decided to have a look for something a little bit different because it was all getting a bit the same, wasn't it? And she found this company in Denmark called Spree. And it started in Denmark with a lady who had a sandwich shop, and then lockdown hit. So she couldn't then open a shop, obviously. So she started to do it on Facebook. But it was getting really complicated. So her son said to her, well, let me see what I can do. And he went away and he wrote a piece of code that meant that when anybody ordered a sandwich, they could actually put it into a basket. She could collate all the orders, get all the deliveries out, and it worked perfectly. Then there was another lady in the same town who had a dress shop. And she started doing little fashion shows during lockdown to keep her business going. But she was finding that by the time the customer had watched, come away, gone on her website, found the item, found the size, put it in the basket, that side had gone. So her son was friends with the other son, wrote this other piece of code, and it worked, and it became what they call live shopping. And social shopping is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So we started, when Create and Craft went, we all sat there and went, brilliant, we haven't got a business, have we? What are we going to do? So Stephanie had found this place, and we started to do like one show a week. And then Stephanie said, what do you think we'd do if we did 2 shows a week? Do you think they'd get bored of it? Well, you didn't, did you? Now we do 7 hours a day, Monday to Friday. And then we do 5 on a Saturday, and we put repeats out as well. And it's brilliant because I get to come in here with fabulous deals for you all, share all my decades of knowledge of crafting. You get to share with us, and everybody, and this is a caveat to getting a job here, everybody that stands behind this counter needs to craft. So I'd never done any TV presenting before. I guested and come down and done demos. 22 years I did it. But to be able to come on the other side of this and present the shows, hopefully I ask the questions to the guest, whoever that may be, that you would like answered as a crafter. So this is what we now do, and we love it. And it's super easy for you to join us here. First of all, we have a club. So if you go on to highlightcrafts.com, you can open an account with us. It's free, which is what you would expect it to be fair. But it automatically, and also for free, makes you a member of Club Highlight. And that means that on every single order that you place with us, without exception, so it could be something that we've already slashed in price, you will get extra discount. So when you first join us, you'll get 5%. Once you've got to a £500 spend, you then go up to 10%. And then it goes up in tiers. Obviously, there's a cap, or we wouldn't be here. But you get extra discount. But there's none of this, put a voucher code in. Oh, sorry, that's not applicable with this product. You are part of that club then, and you will always get a discount, which is fabulous. So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and our website. Those are the 3 platforms that you can shop on. But you can also put us on your TV and watch us on YouTube. And we have a lot of people watch us on YouTube because you can put us on that bigger screen. Now, if you're shopping on either Facebook or Instagram, each product that we show you will have been given a code. And all you need to do to purchase that is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. Then we'll send you a direct message. In that message, you'll find a link. Click the link. That will take you to our website where you log into that account so you get that club discount and check out your baskets. On top of the club discounts as a club member, you also get 5 loyalty points back for every £1 that you spend with us. Now, we had a lady who's just told us in the previous show, she bought the Tattered Lace collection that launched this morning, and she bought it and she didn't pay anything for it because she used the points. It's brilliant. And then on a basket spend over £35 or more after your discounts, we're going to pay you postage. So it's all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff. If you prefer to shop directly on the website, which you can absolutely do, just go on to highlightcrafts.com, click play, and as soon as that show goes live, all the items in that show will appear down the right-hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you want to purchase. They appear in the little red shopping bag at the top of your screen, and when you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag and that will take you through that process. Now then, a couple of other things. You can shop ahead with us from midnight. So if you're going out, you're busy, we get it, it's Christmas coming up, you've got to go and get all your shopping done and all your prezzies done and relatives to visit and all that kind of thing. You can shop ahead from midnight. So if you go onto the home page, click shop today's deals, that will open up all the deals and all the shows, and you can then shop ahead. Now, something else that's exciting this week is on Tuesday, we are welcoming back to Highlight Crafts our lovely Linda Chapman and Ian from Crafty Witches. And Linda is bringing Pollyanna Pickering artwork to Highlight Crafts for us, and we are beyond excited. Anna Lou, Pollyanna's daughter, is going to be in with us. She's going to tell you all the stories about the adventures that she had with her mum, and she's going to bring some of her artwork in for you to see as well. And I'm so excited that I get to present one of the shows. So super excited. So if you'd like a link sending to you as a reminder, type the word Pollyanna, it's all one word, into the comments, and that will give us permission to send you that link. Katie, I'm just thinking, is it worth adding the Tattered Lace collection on from this morning? I think that might be a nice one, and we can get the stuff together the printouts and the boards, and I can show you that as well, because that was really busy this morning. And what you're saving on some of these, you could put towards that. I'm just going to have a drink of my tea because my voice is starting to disappear, and I can't mime or do sign language, so the end of this show will be interesting. Left my on my own, it's a bit dangerous that, isn't it? Right, shall I have a look at this? This is fabulous, and it has my all-time favourite dies from Two Red Robins in the bundle. I love this die. Wally and Whitney just makes me laugh. It really does make me laugh out loud. I think they're fabulous. And then you've got Nora. So in my head, all of these two live on the same street, right? They live in the same row of houses and trees. She's a proper little snob, right? And these two are just who they are. They're just like, what you see is what you get. If you don't like it, don't look. A bit like me. And these are a little bit scruffy, and she looks down her nose at them. And I've got this whole story going on in my head right now as to how these two get up to mischief. I think it's a brilliant collection. Now, look at the price on your screen. $29.99 before your discount. Then you'll get your points back. And if you add something else in and get that basket spend to over £35 after your discounts, we'll pay your postage. This is superb value for money. You've got 10 die sets for £29.99. That's £2.99 for a gathering die. Look at that on the back. Now, I'm driving home after this. If I stop at somewhere like the services and get myself a coffee, it'll be more than £2.99. This is tremendous value for money. So you've got your gathering in there. Now, a gathering, let me show you what that means in case you're new to us here at Highlight Crafts. What we do when we've got little dies like this, rather than having them all as individual dies and you having to tape that over the coloured artwork that we supply with the dies that you print off as a download, instead of you having to tape all these individually, we've had them acid etched in one sheet. So that one sheet, then you turn that over, you print off your artwork at either actual size or 100%. Don't do fit to page because your die won't fit. But either of those two, you turn that over, place it face down onto that coloured artwork, tape it in place. Don't be skinny with your tape because if it moves, so put plenty of tape on. Just go right across the die twice. That's all you need to do. And then when you run it through your die cutting machine, all of those little characters that you can see on there will pop out. It's brilliant. It's a fabulous, fabulous concept. It's Swift, Corn Swift, because it's quicker, right? So you've got that gathering in here. Now, a lot, well, I'm going to say all Two Red Robins collections literally work with each other, forwards, backwards, and present. You've got this one. Now, this is lovely. Look at this. It's got Amelia on this. Look at this. This one was named after Stephanie's granddaughter. Look at this. Is she coming down? Is she going up? What's she doing? You've got the berries in there, the blackberries. That reminds me of going out with my dad on a Sunday morning on our bikes and picking blackberries and wimberries on the way back so my mum could make a pie for Sunday tea. So you've got all of those in there as well. And we give you them in different sizes and in smaller sizes and in reverse. So you can really build your perspective, because Two Red Robins is all about telling stories and having that perspective built into those dies. You've then got my favourite ever, Wally and Whitney. Just make me laugh. It just really made me laugh. So you've got those in there. You've got Nora in there. She's the bossy one. If she was a teacher, she'd be the headmistress. Look at her tail. Just like that. Swishing her tail feathers. That's Nora. You've got Jet, the blackbird. And you get artwork for all of this. You can download it for free from highlightcrafts.com. You've got Amelia in here as well in a bigger size, which is lovely. If you like really quick, simple cards, if your style isn't lots and lots of stuff on a card, this is brilliant, because you could take a stencil, bit of ink or paint through it, one of these die cuts, maybe decoupaged up, and a sentiment, job done. They're brilliant for that. You're then going to get Grover with the blackberries, that little mouse. He's lovely, isn't he? You've then also got Scamper, the little squirrel. That reminds me of lockdown. I'll tell you why in a little while. We've got wild rose hips, so you've got your grounding elements and your florals coming in there. And then we've got blossom in bloom. Now, to get all 10 sets of those with the artwork that you can download for free from highlightcrafts.com, it's going to be $29.99 today while stocks last. That's right, Katie, isn't it? We haven't got a lot of these left.
Nope, we do 10%. There's 10% of the little bit we've got left is gone, but
Right.
there's only a little bit.
10%'s already gone. All right, so we haven't got many of these at all. This is your last chance, basically. We might bring it back on another show at some point if we've got a couple left over. But apart from that, get this now while we've got it, because it's lovely. And it will work with all your previous and Two Red Robins collections going forward as well. Right, so Shop Harvest will get you that one for $29.99. Right, now then, my favourite birdhouse ever that we've ever done with Two Red Robins. I love this. There's something really quirky about it. These are nested. So that one could be your card front. And then as you met, or you could have these in all those different sizes. And the artwork reflections you get in all those different sizes. Okay. This is what the artwork looks like. So it's a little bit rustic, to say the least. That's why it's called Rustic Birdhouse. How wonderful is this? A little forgotten rustic birdhouse where the little blue tits have decided that they're going to nest and they're going to build a family in this little birdhouse. Isn't this wonderful? So you're going to, I can't believe the price on that. You're going to get all of those dies. Okay, so your nesting set for your birdhouse. You're then going to get dressed up Billy and Bernie. So you've got your little blue tits here. Look at these with the little clothes on. You've got the Sunday best on, haven't they? They're off to church. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Dressed up Billy and Bernie. So you've got your two little blue tits. Now, if you buy that for $10.99 today, you're going to get, this is brand new artwork, right, Katie? This wasn't the original artwork, was it?
No, it wasn't original. It was a revitalised.
A Revitalise Your Collection. Right, it's not new today, but it was part of our Revitalise Your Collection. So what we do every now and again, if we've got collections left, we'll give you some new artwork and reinvigorate it. Do we know the value of this artwork, Katie?
Yeah.
Please. $10.99. Wow. So you're either paying $10.99 for 2 sets of dies, one of them nested, and you get this free, or you buy the artwork for $10.99 and you get that free. That is amazing. Let me show you this artwork, because these on those plates that we've just done, these would be lovely as your rice papers. How beautiful are these? They'd be great on your sublimation as well. Lovely on acetate as like a wrap that goes around it. You could add some of your little textured snow onto here and change the seasons. So you're going to get all of those, plus you're going to get all of these backgrounds with your gingham in the back, plus you're going to get these scenes as well. $10.99, shop home, that's going to get you those. We have a birdhouse that looks a bit like that at the back of our house, and we clean it out every year, etc., but we have these 2 little blue tits that live in the garden. Honestly, it fascinates me. They fly so quickly. The hole in it is like that big. And they fly so quickly, and they come sweeping around. They go straight in that hole, and they never miss. I could sit and watch them for hours and hours and hours. They are fabulous. Honestly, if you've got $10.99 to spend today before you discount, that, pick of the show for me, that is superb. Superb value for money. Do we know what price these dies would have been at, Katie, for that rustic birdhouse originally? Would it have been $19.99? Look. I'm going to say that would be a $19.99 die set, Becky. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, the saving on that is tremendous. And I love that because you can make it all seasons. You can make it into Christmas if you wanted to. If you were clever enough and you had some cardstock, you could actually make it into a bit of a lantern shape as well, that one. Don't miss out on that, please. Shop Nesting 10.99 will get you that. Right, let's show you these next. Now, I had the privilege of taking these on Create and Craft when we launched them. These are lovely. So they're 4 individual sentiments. They come with different florals with them. So if I open up one of them and show you, and you've got these lovely sentiments, and they're really nice and legible as well. So you've got your floral elements, you'll get artwork with those, and then these you can cut out of your different cardstocks as well. So let me read you the sentiments. For all the joys we have, today's the nicest moment yet. Isn't that lovely? So that's your first one. They're quite poetic, I have to say, these. And then you've got this one that says, for all tomorrow's hopes and plans and all, I'm going to have to turn it around, and all we're dreaming of. Isn't that lovely? Then you've got, for all yesterdays we have known, too special to forget. If you scrapbook, these are wonderful. And then your last one, it says, I'm going to have to turn it around, for all you've always meant to me, he's to us and to our love. I think these are absolutely fabulous. Just really beautiful sentiments, really heartfelt sentiments, and then your artwork that goes with all your flowers and your foliage as well. Right, let's talk about these. Now this, you've got to have this. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, these are individual dies now, but I want to show you this frame. Come on. Out you come. Oh, yeah, horror. We put them in such tight little packets when they come in, and then they've got adhesive on that's like, I think you're going to stick something to a wall with. Sam will put it in another bag. Let's just get these out. I need you to see these frames. Look at the detail on these. How wonderful is that? Now, if you do scrapbook, you could put your photograph behind there and just trim away any excess. These are stunning. But also, look at it that way as a die. They could be your apertures. So you could cut that into your cardstock. You'd be left with the frame, but you'd be left with an aperture. You could put a photograph behind that. If you do cross stitches or you do silk painting, you create an aperture with that die and then put your silk painting behind it and then put the frame back over the top. I love frames. They're absolutely invaluable. And what I love about dies, you know me, I'm all about scan and cut. It's my, honestly, we were laughing about it the other night because we were talking about it when I was having dinner with Stephanie and Carl, and she said, I wonder how many hours you've spent with that scan and cut. I said, well, one thing I can absolutely guarantee is over the last 10 years, I've spent more time with the scan and cut than I have with my husband. Seriously. Honestly, spent more time with that machine than I ever make, because I lived away for 2 years during lockdown, and then I work away from home all the time, and we're all laughing about it. But what I love about dies is the fact that because you've got that beveled edge almost on that cutting line, it pushes the card in. So when you're doing something on mirror card or a thicker card, it looks absolutely exquisite. If you went into my craft room now, I have cupboards. And if you open them up, all the inside of the doors are covered in magnetic sheets, and all my dies are organised on there, and I own thousands of them. I love dies. Just because I do scan and cut doesn't mean I don't do dies as well. But this is wonderful. $8.99 down from $17.99. Then you're going to get your discount on top of that. Don't miss out on that one. That's wonderful. Intricately framed, it's called. Love that. Now then, you quack me up. That's our Sophie again. Look at these 3. Now, I'll tell you what, Christmas has come around literally out of nowhere, hasn't it? It's suddenly happened. I remember, I hate to dies in packets because they flare on camera. I remember, well, a couple of months ago going, good grief, it'll be Halloween soon. Then we'll have bonfire night, and then it'll be Christmas. What date are we on today? 6th. 19 days till Christmas Day. That's scary. 19 days, Katie. Doesn't feel like it's coming up to Christmas. Does it for you? Does it for you with having little ones? Are you doing Elf on the Shelf? Yeah, see, we don't have that anymore, so don't feel Christmas to our house yet.
We made me cry yesterday with what the elf did.
Oh, right. Becky's got a story. Go on. What? So Becky has a lovely little girl called Bee and a little boy called Charlie. And Bee comes in here sometimes when she's on holiday from school, and she is wonderful. That little girl has the best imagination, but she just tells it the way it is, doesn't she?
She does.
She's proper straight. So I'll go, oh, B, would you like to come and do this? She's like, no, thank you. She isn't she? She's very, I love her to bits. She doesn't mince her words, doesn't Abby? No. She's fabulous. So go on, what did you do with Elf on the Shelf?
So she won a box of miniature heroes from Brownies for doing a treasure trail, and she came third. So she got a box of miniature heroes from Brownies, and our elf, which is called Sandra.
Sandra?
That's Ryan, Ryan called her Sandra.
Wow.
Sandra finished off all the chocolates in the miniature heroes box, and she was just sat in the box, covered in all the wrappers, with chocolate all over her face, and B was not very happy.
Oh.
She was devastated.
Because she ate a chocolate. Who actually ate them, though?
Well, Ryan ate a few, and then he hid the rest of the chocolates.
Oh, okay. So she did get her chocolates back.
So
okay.
Said, oh, look, she hasn't actually really...
Oh, bless. Oh, you never know. You never know how far to go, do you, with Elf on the Shelf?
Well, a lot of people do it with the advent calendars, but I was like,
oh,
with the advent calendar, because there's no going back with that.
Elf on the Shelf. That's brilliant, isn't it? I love it. Right, let's have a look at this. So if you want this one, you quack me up. Look at these three here. What I was getting to was Easter is literally going to be on us before we know it. Look at that. Sandra says, oh, an elf named after me. Love that. You quack me up. That's brilliant. Look at these three. So she's a crafter, right? She's painting the eggs. He's an artist with his beret on. And then this one is just bringing the eggs and taking them away. How fabulous is that? $4.99 is going to get you that die. Look, isn't that great? And this is a gathering one, so you've got them in those sizes, and then you've got them facing in the opposite direction and in the smaller sizes. Next one, Wildflower Sprig. This is lovely too. So you get your artwork with this. It's quite a nice size die as well, that one. Look at that. Shop Wildflower, £4.49. is going to get you that die. This is when you stock up on all the ones that you might not have gone for instinctively, but when you look at it, you're like, yeah, I'd like that one, but I prefer this one, or I like that one, but I can't stretch to that one. Now's your time to get them, because this is fabulous. Shop Wildflower, $4.49. And then this one, if you are a scrapbooker, junk journaler, bullet journaler, this is brilliant, because it's all of these little banners. And the artwork looks like, you know, when you've got old photographs and they're in an album and they've been stuck in with sellotape, which makes my toes curl thinking about it, because that's really bad. And all the acid has leached out of the sellotape and into the photographs. That's what these look like, as your little tapes. Do you know what? If you've got photograph albums, you know, the ones that we used to have where they were like you literally stuck them onto the page and then the cellophane went over. We've got loads of them. Well, we had loads of those. The best way to get those photographs out, because they will just deteriorate over time, is to get a piece of dental floss and a hairdryer. I know, mad, right? Warm the page with a hairdryer. Don't use a heat gun. Use a hairdryer. Then get your dental floss behind it and go underneath that photograph and remove them and get them in acid-free photograph albums, because you don't want to lose all of those photographs. The British Museum had some of the oldest photographs on record, and they displayed them with sellotape, and they're just all disintegrated. Please don't let your past end up like that. I have some of my old grandma's photographs, and they'd done the same. I took all the photographs out and redid them. Right, that one is Shop Tape gone. Well done, got that one. Next one, now, want a bit of fun? This is great. Nested baseball caps that you can decorate yourself in Micro Studio. Look at these. So you've got a whole set of nesting dies, plus the artwork for $9.99. Now, these could be your card shapes. They could be your apertures, and you can build your own caps inside. So if you've got teenagers in your house, or you fancy sending Elon Musk, isn't it? Elon Musk always wears a baseball cap, and Donald Trump. Whatever. I know, don't. I can't even get on that subject because I'll rant. If you want those dies, let me show you the artwork that goes with it. Me and Katie have some discussions about them, don't we? Now and again. Katie loves American politics because it lets her steam, doesn't it? Right, you've got all of these different hats, but think about all the micro studio that you've got that you can bring in and create fabulous, fabulous cards. Now then, dude, Alice does that. Alice once came in and I went, "Hi Alice, how are you?" And instead of going, "Hi Nana," she was like, "Hi dude." I'm like, "Who are you calling dude? I'm too old to be a dude." So she calls it Grandad instead. Brilliant. You've got all of these. You've got them as digi-stamps. If you wanted to colour your own, you could. You've got all of these background papers and you've got those as well. So all of that artwork plus the hat dies, shop hat $9.99 is going to get you that little lot, and that is fabulous. It's always difficult, isn't it? That teenager age, it's really difficult to find something to do for those people, whereas you could bring in different artwork and make your own. I love that. I think it's really cool. Shop hat $9.99 will get you that. Fancy doing it with trainers or sneakers or shoes, whichever you want to look at. These remind me of Andrew's. Andrew's still on paternity. Oh, I saw Sophia put a story on Instagram the other night with Quinn, his little girl. She is that far away from crawling. They're funny, aren't they? Because they're like this, aren't they? With the legs are going in one direction, their arms, and then they go a bit wobbly, and then they do this a little bit. It's hilarious. And so I sent Sophie a message, and she said, "Yes, let the chaos begin." I was like, "You have no idea." So he's having a lovely time being a dad. He's really enjoying it. And our Lauren's back in January. So Lauren's back. Now they're all coming back to us again, which will be nice, won't it? Right, nested shoe. Same concept. Look at these. So you've got the artwork and the die, or the die set, should I say, the nested dies, for $9.99. But again, you could bring on your own little logos, decorate them up, make them look like the favourite trainers, all that kind of thing. Because you've got to be on brand, haven't you, for these teenagers. And then I love these backgrounds. These textures are lovely. Really, really pretty. Right, so if you want that one, shop shoe, $9.99 will get you that. Now then, our lovely Katie brought this box in for me. So I'm going to move this over here because this morning at 8 o'clock, Stephanie and I launched a brand new tattered lace collection. Stephanie's very excited because she's got a headspace back where she can design, which is wonderful because we can't have her not designing, can we? She's too good at it. And I'm just going to sort this box out a minute, try and find the boards because they've all been put back in here. Have we got the boards, Kate? Oh yeah, they're under here. It's all right, got them. There we go. I'm just going to get all the stuff out of here because I want you to see this. And then, do you know what? I think we might do a card. Can you just nip onto my Ask Amber where she's put all my glues and stuff?
I just popped them back on your desk.
Perfect. We'll do a demo with this, I think. Now, this is on the show now. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, when I looked at this last night, because I go in and prep my shows beforehand, I went through it with Amber. The price on the screen that we were looking at was $79.99. And I looked at it and I went, wow, that's amazing, because you're getting a lot of dies in here. I walked in this morning and Stephanie admitted that overnight she'd done a thing. Yes, thank you, darling. She's done a thing. I went, well, what have you done? She said, look at the price. She's dropped it to $54.99. Now, should it be 100? What does that say? $119.93. That's better than half price at launch. Katie's like, yes, I know. Katie's the one that tries and keeps Stephanie in line when she does stuff like this. It don't work, but she tries hard. So you're going to get all of these dies. 40% of this bundle is already gone. You're going to get all of those dies, and you're also going to get all of those. Plus, one of the biggest micro studio we've done for a while. This is absolutely exquisitely beautiful. Shop bundle, $54.99 is going to get you all of these. Now, I'm going to show you now the artwork because, I'll pop those back there for now. This is lovely. So you get different sets. So first of all, you've got like your mandalas. So you get a whole sheet of these and you use the dies in all those different sizes and you cut them out like this. okay? And then you build up your designs, and I'll show you some of the ones that the design team have done because they're incredible. This is my favourite. Honestly, we're bringing tattered lace back with a bit of a bang next year. These are the beginning of it, and I'll tell you what, if this is anything to go by, how exciting is that going to be? Because I just think this is absolutely beautiful. So you've got all of those in those different sizes. Now, we've always talked about tattered lace being snippable. These are perfect. So you can layer them up in the different sizes to create like a pyramage, or you could snip in around here, and that would be your second layer. Then your third layer would go around there. Then your fourth layer would be that little piece in the middle. These are absolutely beautiful. The artwork for this has been on the board in Creative for quite a long time, and it's been driving me crazy because I wanted to launch it. And I had no idea when it was coming on, and then when I saw it was on Saturday, I was like, right, Tuesday, Scan and Cut shows are going to be all about this. So you've got this one here as well. Look at those, they're beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. And then you've also got all your florals in here. You've got your butterflies, and you've also getting your hearts in all of those different sizes. Look at that. They're beautiful, aren't they? $54.99 will get you all of those dies, plus this little lot. Now, there is a lot of this. Are we ready? Oh, Amber's taking over. There we go. All right. All sorted?
Yep.
Yep. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Have you been playing with Ollie?
Yeah. Sorted next door.
Setting up for Monday morning. I tell you, your team are brilliant. Right, let's have a look at this artwork, because this is stunning. And remember that you can always change the colours of these in Minecraft Studio. Try embossing them with the embossing function as well. Blow your mind. Seriously, incredible. So you're going to get all of those. These are all your reflections that you will get as die cutters. So you get all of these. Now, I have a little top tip for you. So when you're die cutting these out, for example, let's find one of the flowers. So when you're looking at these aren't necessarily, well, these aren't, they're not symmetrical. All right, so paint on the middle of my hand, look at that, that's not very good. At least you know I've been working. When you look at your reflection, find one part of the die. So for example, that part there that goes slightly, it's not a perfect scallop, which is next to a perfect scallop. Find that point on the image and then turn that die over and put it over there. And then what I would do if I was die cutting them is I would put a little black marker pen on there, and I'd print off one reflection sheet, and I put the dot in the same place as the reflection sheet. So if you ever get mixed up, as soon as you take that die, you can look at that sheet that you've kept, laminate it or put it in a folder, and you can see exactly where that die lines up. That would be my top tip. That's how my brain would work. I know it's scary, but that's what I would do with all of them because it's worth it. Then you've got, so you get all your reflections, you've got your digi-stamps. Now they can lay over the top of your artwork and it looks like you've stamped on it. Honestly, this is so exciting. And I avoided Minecraft Studio for many years because I couldn't get my head around digital crafting at all. I didn't think I'd be able to use it because it's technology. And if I did think I could use it, I knew I had to go down this rabbit hole that I would never come out of. First of all, now I love digital crafting because I use it as a design area where you can bring in and lay out all your designs and your cards and your scrapbook pages. I use it a lot for that. But also with Scan and Cut, it works perfectly honestly, marriage made in heaven. I adore it. I think we'll do quite a bit with Minecraft Studio on Tuesday with this as well. You've then got all your overlays. So you've got all those. Stephanie showed you how you could put an ombre, create an ombre, and put it behind these this morning at 8 o'clock. And then we come on to these papers, and these are superb. Look at the quality of this artwork. They literally look like you could reach through the screen and pick them off the page. The way that these have been designed is incredible. Look at them. Look at these butterflies. Those are your rice papers. I mean, they're just wonderful, aren't they? And we did look stickers that go with these. See, I'm thinking about things like I think cutting Craftorium, digital Craftorium, making a heart-shaped box and putting that over the top. You know, there's so many different opportunities when you've got a collection like this. And if you love that pretty pastel shades with incredible tattered lace detail that are going to make the most stunning but the easiest cards that you will ever make, this is absolutely for you. So you've got all of these. I mean, look at these. Swapping again. Are you going now? See you on Monday. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Yes, I'm going home after this. And now Becky's standing in front of me eating a biscuit and I'm starving. I didn't even have my breakfast this morning. Wow. It's either got Ethan yawning on the camera or Becky stood there eating chocolate chip cookies. No, I can't eat it in the middle of a show, can I? Can you imagine that? Just give me 5 minutes. I'll just have to sit down, finish my cup of tea and have a biscuit. Katie, can I have the iPad, please? And I can say hello to some of our lovely friends at home. Now, what I'm going to do with some of these is cut them. So, scan and cut. Right, I'm going to find you the paper I'm going to do it with because there is a particular one that I want to do it with because it jumped out at me yesterday, this one. So, if I print that off and I put a piece of acetate over the top of that and I draw around that flower and these flowers and those flowers, I can then print another paper. So let me get this right. I'm going to use as few words as possible. Scan and cut mat, piece of paper on, piece of acetate over the top and taped at the top, Sharpie pen, go around the elements that you want to cut out, put a piece of white card between that paper and your acetate and scan to cut data. So all it sees is the lines that you've drawn. Then you save it, recall it, group it, remove the acetate and the white card, and those cutting lines that you drew will be in exactly the right place to go in and cut those out so you can decoupage them. We're going to do it on Tuesday in one of the shows because you don't need to fussy cut then. You can literally get the machine to do it for you. How exquisitely beautiful are these? Honestly, it blows my mind. And I'll tell you something, if this is the beginning of tattered lace coming back, wow, what an amazing journey we're all going to be going on in 2026, right? Stephanie's got her head back in the game. There's been a lot of people poorly around her this year, and she's been struggling a little bit with that. And now they're better, which is great, right? So now she's back into designing. She was literally singing her head off last weekend, walking into the show at Bath going, I can design again. I've got my design head back. And it was that out of tune. That was a replica. I kind of walked a little bit faster, but I was very happy. But look at these. Now imagine fussy cutting these out or using your reflections with the vases from the Luxe collection. Incredible, but these embossed, oh my word, they look incredible. And Micro Studio is free for you to download right now from highlightcrafts.com, so you don't have to pay for it. You need a Windows-based PC. It will be the best thing you ever do. But I am going to warn you, it is seriously addictive. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you're not coming out again. Just warning you. But it's a phenomenal piece of kit. Now then, look at all of these. These, oh, are just tremendous. Look at the depth of feel that you've got in those. They literally look like they've been decoupaged already. I absolutely adore this collection. I think it's my favourite tattered lace one that we've done in 2025. It's absolutely beautiful. So, shop lace will, no, let's just put the dies back on for me, Katie. Shop bundle will get you all 6 sets of dies plus the artwork for $54.99 before your discount. That's tremendous value for money. Now, if you would prefer SVGs, now I'm back in my happy place. These are superb. You don't want to miss out on this. It's $19.99. Seriously, if you can't afford it yourself, ask someone to get it you for Christmas because this is phenomenal. Because you haven't got that butterfly in those sizes. You've got them in hundreds of different sizes. You've got all these florals in different sizes. These are your nesting shapes. you've got those in hundreds of sizes. You can draw them, foil them, emboss them, paper pierce them. So you could paper pierce on your vellum and then build up with your cuts. Oh, I tell you what, honestly, I can't wait for Tuesday. I'm so excited. You've got your hearts, again, another set of nesting shapes. You've got your blooming reverie, again, another set of nesting shapes. Same with this one. This literally is the collection that keeps on giving. Imagine making 3-dimensional little hanging baubles like that. How wonderful would that be? Just have them hanging around your home. I have all sorts of stuff like that. I love it. Shop Lace is going to get you all of the SVG files plus all of the Minecraft Studio. Okay? Super, super, super easy to do. Now, there aren't any detailed designs, but you can take your Digistamp into Minecraft Studio, lay it over the artwork, group it together, make it whatever size you want it to be. Then, because you've put the Digistamp over the top, you don't even need to turn it black. Just print it off, scan it in, scan and cut it out for you. Honestly, Tuesday can't come fast enough. And that's a big statement from me because I haven't been home for 2 weeks and I'm going home after this. So that's a big statement. Let me show you some of these samples because these are absolutely exquisite. Our design team have loved this and you can tell by the amount of samples that we've got. How wonderful are these? Small and simple. Look at that, the wings that just lift on that butterfly. Aren't they gorgeous? Then you go really to town with one of our stepper card templates. Where are we? Give us a minute. Let's get this going the right way around. That's it. Look at that. How lovely is that? With all of those. I tell you what, if Alice was still little enough, I would have cut these out and made her a mobile out of them. Decorated a room with them. Look at that. So simple to put together, but how striking is that? It's fabulous, isn't it? And then this one, using one of those backgrounds. Just gorgeous. Now, we're running out of time, so I might not have time to do a demo, so I'm going to show you more of these. I'm sure this will reappear on a show at some point this week because I don't want anybody not seeing this and getting it in the basket. I don't have enough words. It's really different for tattered lace, but look how we're incorporating those beautiful, beautiful tattered lace dies in the background. It reminds me of my grandma's handkerchief box. And a handkerchief box she got for her, and it was made by a friend from all her 21st birthday cards. And back then, it was that Victoriana style look of the cards, and it just reminds me of that. I'm right back in my grandma's bedroom on a dressing table with a little hanky box, and I have it. I have it at home, and it's one of my most precious things. And then look at this. I'm not a person that's about stuff, but that is very, very, very precious to me. So you've got all of those different samples. Please don't miss out on this, especially if you've got it for your scan and cut, because we are going to play with this. I mean, we're going to get every little last bit out of it on Tuesday because it's wonderful. I actually can't wait. Stephanie said to me, you don't need to come back till later on Monday, so you don't need to leave home at 5:30. And I'm going, no, yeah, thanks. Yeah, that'd be lovely. I'm like, I'm here because I want to play with this. It's absolutely glorious. So if you like that, Shop Lace, $19.99 is going to get you all that as a digital download. So you could get everything printed off and then you could craft along if you wanted to. Right, let's revisit. Shoes, right? Shoes and the cap.
Yeah, but also mention the SVG bundle.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sorry, forgot about that. Just thought this was the front cover. Right, now then. So, we've got this, which is a Minecraft Studio and your dies. Let's do that bit first. So if you want the dies, they're nested. And you can design your own trainers in Minecraft Studio. I think this is brilliant. I love it. Shop shoe, $9.99. If you want it without the dies, but you want it as SVGs, $6.99. Now that'd be cool because you could make a whole card shape around that, and you could with your dies. Paper piece them, colour them, design them in Minecraft Studio. All of that could design your perfect pair of trainers. How cool would that be? or get the kids involved, get them designing their own. So that is shop download. Your next one, if you want the caps, same concept, same idea, but your caps, nested dies again. Shop hat $9.99, or you can get it as an SVG download. Shop digital $6.99 will get you that little lot. Now then, one more thing that I didn't go to, and it's remiss of me, is this, my tarot. We have a lovely friend here at Highlight Crafts called Terry, and he is a medium, and he created this wonderful USB. Now, you don't have to be into tarot or your spiritualism or anything like that to use this. There is just some beautiful artwork. But he's done tarot for years and never, ever been able to design his own. And that's what he wanted to do. So he brought this and he made it so that it could be for anybody and everybody. And I love that. And if you've got somebody that is into that spiritual side, I am. I love that. This artwork you can personalise and make something really special for them. Also, there's a download on here that you get all the meanings of the cards, which is super cool as well. But I'm going to come back to this for the last few minutes because this is my pick of the show. I love this birdhouse. It's fabulous. You're going to get your set of nested dies for your birdhouses. You get the artwork that goes along with it. You can make it into all those different seasons. And you also get, love this, Billy and Bernie dressed up. Now you can use it with any birds. It doesn't have to be these. All of the birds that you've had, you could have your robins, your swallows, all of those, all of the different ones. And there you're going to get that with it. But when we bring you dies, if we've got some of the collections left, what we like to do is revitalise that collection with different artwork. So it's not brand new today, but it's also not the original artwork that launched with. So it's something that's new-ish, if you like. That's the only way I can describe it. You're getting all of these, so all 16 of these beautiful images. These on rice papers would look lovely. So you get all of those. Oh, decoupage them up. These would be great decoupaged. You've got all of your backgrounds that work perfectly as well, which are fabulous, aren't they? You then also get these scenes. Now, the download value of this is $10.99. You're paying that for your dies. Your dies should be $37.96. It's down to $10.99, and you're getting the artwork worth $10.99. So you're either buying the artwork and getting the dies for free, or buying the dies and getting the artwork for free. Whichever way you look at it, it's a deal. And I love the idea of this as a Christmas card with your little robins, and you've got your snow paste and your frost on here. I think that is the deal of the day for me. Love that. Shop nesting, $10.99 will get you that little lot. And breathe, Melanie. That was a bit of a marathon, but I loved it. I hope you enjoyed it too. I am now going home. I'm going to tackle the M1 and the M62. That'll be fun. I'm just going to get me music on and just sing my head off all the way home, because that's what I do. I will be back Monday. I won't see you first thing Monday because I'm not going to leave at 5:30. I'm going to take a little bit more time. David and Stephanie will be with you Monday morning. I'll be with you Monday evening. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Stay nice and tucked up and snuggle down because it's cold out there today. And I will see you on Monday. Thank you ever so much for all your interaction and for staying with me this morning. And I hope you enjoy all your presents that you've treated yourself to today. I'll see you on Monday. You take care. Lots of love. Bye.